Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me again. For those of you who are new to my channel, just to give you a little bit of background information, I'm Lily Sabri. I am a chartered physiotherapist. I specialise in sport, but I'm also a social media influencer and I cover everything, fitness, health and lifestyle, and I love it. It's great. I am mainly known for my Instagram platform, but I set up YouTube a few months ago now, which is very exciting. So thank you for joining. For those of you who are already subscribed, I set this channel up so that I can share my real-time workouts for you guys to join in with me live at home. My vlogs. As of today, I am going to be sharing my physio tutorials with you guys. Different pathologies, so different injuries that you may have, how to manage those injuries, how to prevent those injuries, and how to basically get rid of some of your pain. So really excited about this. I really hope you guys like it. Make sure you click the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Your support means the world to me. And the goal is to be releasing 2 new videos a week. Now, I know I haven't been great at that. Now we've got that nasty bit over and done with. I hate the click subscribe bit. I find it really cringe. But anyway, yeah, please click subscribe if you haven't already. Now we've got that bit out of the way, we can move on to the fact, which is, what is this tutorial all about? It is about back pain, guys. So it's basically about how to manage your current back pain and how to prevent you getting back pain in the future. So for those of you who do follow me on Instagram, you'll know that last week I was suffering with really bad back pain, which actually lasted for 4 days, to a point where it was pretty debilitating. Basically it really affected me, obviously physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. I wasn't training, I wasn't able to work, I felt like I was missing out on opportunities, and yeah, just got in a little bit of a rut about it. Thankfully, obviously, because I am a physio, I was able to self-manage it at home. I was able to self-treat it. But off the back of that, I got so many DMs from you guys basically requesting for me to share how I was managing the back pain, how I was doing the releases at home, and how I was stretching. So that is what this tutorial is all about. Now, I just want to stress that this tutorial is for people who are suffering from back pain of a mechanical nature. Now, that basically means that your back pain is coming from the musculoskeletal system, either originating from your spine and joints or your muscles. If you are suffering from back pain which is neurological in nature, so you're getting any types of sharp shooting pains down the legs, pins and needles, numbness, I do want you to make sure that you stop this video right now and you book an appointment to go and see your general practitioner, your doctor, because you have to have a consultation. That also applies to anyone who has persistent lower back pain, so pain that isn't getting any better or in fact could be getting worse. So you need to make sure you go and have a consultation with your GP and they'll be able to guide you from there. Those of you who are still with me, we are going to be covering the treatment of lower back pain, which is obviously in this area here. It may well be referring down into the bottom or up the back. So if that is the case with you, I'm going to go through some tests, treatments to do at home, and also some prevention for the future. Okay guys, let's go. So today we're going to be covering glute med related lower back pain. Now, this type of back pain can be caused from prolonged sitting, poor posture at your desk. That may have hit a light bulb for some of you. It can also be caused from tightness in the hip area, but even more importantly, weakness in the hip area. There are actually 3 glute muscles, and in my opinion, some of them are neglected. The glute max, we seem to work all day long, but we tend to forget about the hip stabilizers, the glute med and the glute min, and it's the glute med that I'm going to be talking about today. So the glute med muscle is a very short but incredibly important muscle in the body. It sits underneath the glute max muscle, and it originates from the gluteal surface of the ilium and attaches onto the greater trochanter of the femur. And the functions of this muscle are hip abduction, so moving the leg away from the body, and also internal rotation. Now, weakness and instability in your glute med can often go unnoticed, even for people who are training, lifting incredibly heavy weights, squatting however many kg, they can still have weakness and instability in their glute med, and it is likely, guys, that it is going to catch up with you at some point. That is why it's so important to include some glute med training into your program. One typical sign that you tend to find with glute med instability and weakness is what we call a Trendelenburg gait, which is basically hip hitching as you're walking from side to side. You're not getting a normal gait pattern of walking forward, but instead you're hitching through one or both of the hips and dropping on one side. The glute med muscles and this pain is palpable, so I'm going to show you guys how to find it now. Okay, so we're going to start off with our thumbs on the PSIS, which is the bony parts of the hips at the back. I'm going to show you where they are now. From there, we're going to bend ourselves forward, arching through the whole of the spine. You're then going to bring your thumbs outwards towards your buttock muscles and press down. And for some of you, that may cause a sharp pain, it may spasm underneath the thumbs. That is a sign that you have trigger points in your glute med muscle. We're now going to run through 2 other tests to check the stability of the glute med. The first one, you're going to stand with your feet shoulder distance apart. It's a good idea to have a mirror in front of you for this. Place your hands on your hips, okay? Pull your core in, and then from there, just simply lift one leg up towards your chest to 90 degrees. Okay, place it back down. And then we're going to do the same with the other leg. And you're looking for a difference between the right and left leg. We're testing the standing leg for its stability in the hips. I'm going to show you a nice strong hip stability. Coming up, there is no shift in the hips whatsoever. And back down again. And now I'm going to show you some instability. This is from weakness of the glute med and hip stabilizers. You can see that my body has shifted to the side. This glute muscle isn't working at all, okay? And come back down again. Okay, so the second test for strength and stability of the hips and the glute med is actually down in lying. Okay, what you're going to do is find that muscle again by cupping the hip, placing the thumb down and out slightly until you hit the tender point on your glute. From there, you're going to straighten out the upper leg, lift it up into abduction, so away from the body, back into extension, and then try to internally rotate, so turn the toes downwards, and that forces the glute med to work. Now you're just going to try and hold. For some of you, it's going to want to drop, okay, particularly if you're really weak in that muscle. And this is a really good test to see the strength of your glute med. To increase that test, what you can get someone to do is push down on the leg, and you need to try and push up against it. And you're just going to hold. See if you can hold for 10 seconds. Good, we're going to go for another 5, 4, holding nice and high, 3, 2, and lower down 1. So what we're going to do now is we're going to release that glute muscle with a similar movement. So keeping the thumb on that glute med with quite a lot of pressure, you're going to straighten out the underneath leg. You're going to bring the upper knee down towards the floor. You're then going to take the leg back into that position that you were just in, flexing the foot, lifting up high, and back down again. And we're going to do 10 of those. So you're going to lift up, flex the foot, and back down again. And you should feel, as you come up and contract that muscle, the pressure into the glute, and you're releasing that trigger point. Okay, so you want to do about 10 of those, guys. Lifting up, pushing, and back down again. Really good. This flossing technique is amazing. If you're not quite hitting the point, you probably need to come a little bit more into extension, so bend the underneath leg a bit more, push up, push that thumb in, and back again. To increase that trigger point release, you can actually use a tennis ball under that glute med and lie on top of it. Now, anyone who has current back pain, please don't do this at the moment. Start off with the flossing technique that I just taught you. That may well be enough to release it. Now, moving on to a stretch. What I want you to do is come up onto all fours, guys, making sure that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, and the same with your knees and your hips. So a lot of you would have seen the cat and camel stretch before. This is a modified version of that. So what I want you to start off by doing is dropping down into camel position. From the camel position, you're going to lift the leg up to place the foot at the back of the knee, and then place the knee back down again, making sure that you're remaining in a box shape. From there, keeping the tailbone nice and high, you're going to drop the weight slightly back at a 45-degree angle, keeping that tailbone nice and high. As soon as you drop out of that position, you're not going to feel anything, okay? So you drop back at a 45-degree angle, keeping that tailbone high, keeping a slight arch in the lower back, and you should feel, I certainly can, a big stretch in the glute med here. And you want to hold that for a minimum of 20 seconds. Good, keeping that tailbone high, and then come back again, making sure you're breathing. Okay, I'm going to show you on the other side. Lift the leg up, hook behind the back of the knee. If you struggle with that, you can come here, guys, but as far as you can. From there, tilt the pelvis up, shift that body weight back at a 45-degree angle, keeping the butt high, keeping in that camel position. Oh my gosh, that really stretches. And back again. If you want to increase it, go at even more of an angle. Wow, that really stretches that glute med. And back again, amazing. Okay, on to stretch number 3, guys. One of my favorites. Okay, so you're gonna start off with your legs crossed. You're then gonna lift the foot up and hook it onto the opposite knee. From there, you're gonna drop your chest down as low as you feel you can and straighten the arms out. So you should feel this in the glute med on the other side, okay? So deep outer butt muscle. You want to increase that stretch, sway side to side. You're going to hit a few points that are particularly tight. When you find a point that's very tight, I just want you to hold and breathe. And I know it feels sore, guys, but you need to breathe into it for the muscles to be able to relax, lengthen, and for your pain to decrease. Keep breathing into it. Try and get that chest a little bit lower. Minimum of 20 seconds. To increase that stretch, bring yourself up, and then you're going to open yourself out in the opposite direction, trying to keep that knee down. As soon as that knee comes up, we're not stretching the glute med. So opening up, breathe into it, and coming back. Okay, and again, opening up, and coming back. You want to do about 10 of these, guys, breathing into it, feeling that deep stretch there, keeping that knee down and a stretch all down the side of the body and back. Amazing. And they are 3 of my favorite glute med stretches. You then want to repeat that on the other side. Even if you've only got pain on one side of your back, it's so important that you stretch out both sides. Completing those exercises every day while you've got the pain. Once the pain is gone, it is so important that we learn how to strengthen these hip stabilizing muscles to prevent the pain coming back. Now, I'm going to be doing a whole new tutorial on that because that is another ball game. But I really hope this has helped. Please drop a comment below to let me know how you get on. And if you have any questions, I'm here to help you guys, so let me know. Other than that, I will see you guys soon, sending you loads of love from London. And yeah, roll on the physio tutorials. Mwah. Bye.